Hey Libra, welcome to your weekly reading. It's going to be your reading here from July 14th until the 20th. I hope you're doing well. We're just going to go ahead here and get started and jump straight in. I do want to announce that I am running a sale on my personal readings. If you're interested, that link will be down below in the description. Let's take a look here, Libra. I think one thing that's going on for you, you did pull the Temperance and the Four Swords here. Temperance is the overall energy. The Four Swords is in your current energy. I'll show you the cards, of course, here in a moment. But Temperance, Four Swords is usually when you're healing from something, you're recovering from something here, and you're starting to find more peace here is what I'm picking up this week with the Four Swords. Four Swords is a card of contemplation, meditation. It's like when we need time to rest and to recalibrate. And sometimes it can represent to where we push ourselves so hard that sometimes it becomes even hard to even think. Because the four Swords is the fertile mind. But sometimes it's like we need quiet, we need solitude for new ideas to come through. But if we're always on the go and we're pushing and we're going, and it's like we never have that time for solitude and space to be able to think, to be able to let like the divine's, blessing come through to give us new wisdom or to give us new ideas, then it's like we can just sort of constantly be lost. And so I see here that you're starting to find your way here again. I get here like something about water, like the element of water is really coming through in your reading. And water deals with receptivity. It also deals with softness. It deals with reflection, contemplation, introspection, and it's also spiritual as well. And it can also be very healing. So it's like you're tapping into a new level or a deeper level of healing here this week. But also Temperance, Four Swords, like you just need time and space so you can just recalibrate, right? So maybe it's like vacation, whatever the case might be. You get what I'm saying, Libra? Let's see here. We're going to keep going here because there's a lot to cover, but this is a good read. I like this read here for you, Libra. You pulled this Neptune card. It says vision here. Yeah. Neptune. Neptune has just gone retrograde in the astrology, so Neptune sometimes going retrograde means that it's like we need to reorient ourselves, and it's more so inward. It's more so inward. And Neptune sometimes can be fog, confusion, feeling disoriented, and it's the divine intent of Neptune, right? It's your ability to be able to reorient yourself or orient something or orient yourself towards something that is of a higher spiritual nature, that helps you transcend limitations. So it's a process of transcendence. But it's also, well, we'll get to that here in a moment, but it's also, like sometimes Neptune can be like just that peace, but sometimes Neptune being in a shadow, it's like the complete opposite. It's like a storm. So let's see here. You pulled this thriving card here. So some of you could be thriving at this time, but I think that's your focus. That's what you're orienting yourself towards. Like you want to thrive here in your life. Excuse me. You pulled this nothing is yet set in stone. This is a mutable moon here. Neptune is very mutable. It's like mutable energy. Mutable energy deals with this. We're going to go deep in your reading here, Libra. I know we're going to get to your reading here in a second, but we got to first lay the framework here about what this reading is, because the mutable energy here that you're experiencing at this time, mutable energy is when you're well aware of you moving into new things, but you're also well aware of closing old things out. And so mutable energy has this oscillation to where it's like you're moving toward new things, but you're also aware of things that you're closing out from the past. And so really it's like when mutable energy comes, it asks for you to be in the present moment, receptive to the present moment, and going with the flow. To where if you're trying to think too far ahead, right? If you're oscillating to the future, it's like, yeah, you can think about the future, but the future hasn't come yet. So anything that you're kind of thinking about the future, you're just sort of making up in your mind, right? Whether it's good or bad, right? And then the past, like you can think about the past, but the past really don't matter here. And so it's just like you're having to like embrace the flow of the moment where you're at, which is symbolic of this Temperance, Four Swords. And I think here, temperance for the overall energy, I like here this week because the temperance does deal with recalibrating things coming back into harmony after things sort of, temperance is about balancing out the extremes. So this is about bringing back in balance and harmony, moderation, peace, tranquility, right? And sort of, finding the middle way here. And the Four of Swords in your current energy, I think you're relaxing at this time, contemplating, thinking, and allowing yourself to rest here. Sometimes that is the biggest. Sometimes when we're overwhelmed, like we just need a rest, take a nap, whatever the case might be, right? Like you pulled the Six of Pentacles here in your challenge, and then you pulled the Moon card as your advice here in the future position. The Six of Pentacles being in your challenge, you could be waiting on something here. Like the Six of Pentacles is when you could be needing help, but one, you could be waiting on an offer or waiting for something to be accepted. The challenge also as well is like you may need support and help at this time, and so that's what you're looking for. Very interesting. You pulled the Knight of Pentacles here in the future position. I like this here. It's like things are slowing down or you're slowing down, but it's like allowing for things to like catch up here, Libra, if that makes sense. Like, how do I explain this? I'm pretty sure Libras are like, God damn it, Austin, just explain it. It's almost as if you're slowing down for things to catch up to you. Maybe you've been going, and maybe this is the time here to like slow down, right? Saturn's going retrograde, so like time is slowing down, right? Things are slowing down. Neptune's going retrograde as well. So it is sort of this, okay, hold on. Let me slow down here. Let me rest here. Let me not push so hard or force things that ain't working. But by doing that, it's like you're allowing for things to like come to you here. And so with the Knight of Pentacles being here in the future position, slow and steady does win the race here for you. And I think with this Knight of Pentacles, you're making progress here. And the one thing I love about the Knight of Pentacles is that the progress that is made, it sticks. The Knight of Pentacles is the most reliable knight in the deck for a reason. He's the most trustworthy the trustworthy knight in the deck for a reason. Because it's like he don't skip corners. It's like when he lays it brick by brick and he takes his time, but because he knows how to build quality. And so things are progressing here. And not only are they progressing, the changes here that you're making or the growth that's happening will actually preserve. It will actually last. It will endure. Knight of Swords is in the outcome position. I feel by the end of the week, you could be making a quick decision here or something quick happens here. Your advice for the week is the Moon card, and the Chariot is in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. Okay. Sometimes the Chariot reminds me of like car maintenance, because sometimes the Chariot can literally represent like a car. So for some of you, just make sure that you're staying on top of whatever it is that you need to stay on top of. But I think here with the Moon card as your advice, this is about yielding to things. What do I mean by that? Well, it's like the Moon card, it's like you can only see so much. It's like when it's dark and it's a full moon outside, it's like, yeah, you can see some stuff, but you can't see everything, right? And so it's like, okay, it's like you realize you don't have all the answers, but you do see the road just being lit right in front of you. And so it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to follow this path, follow the direction that I can see that's being presented to me, and I'm gonna have to yield to that, knowing I don't have all the answers. But I can't be afraid of, the moon is fear. It's like you can't like let fear stop you. Right, so it's like yielding to the process. And although you may be in a period of uncertainty, it's like accepting the uncertainty, which is sometimes the hardest thing to do. Because we can't see everything yet. It's like we start to have doubt, worry, anxiety, but we need to like trust and yield and have faith. Why do I feel like you already know this though, Libra? Right, I know you already know it. The Temperance is the overall energy. You're wise. The Temperance is wisdom, right? And that's the test of wisdom. It's like, okay, you may know a lot, but it's like it's not until you apply what you know that you really gain wisdom. Like you can read all day long, you can listen to all the podcasts all day long, you can consume knowledge, but you're not wise. You don't have wisdom until you apply it, because it's through your direct experience, Knight of Pentacles, that you gain practical wisdom. Right? It's the practical aspect that brings that builds wisdom. Does that make sense? So, but this Chariot, another thing I want to say with this is that something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of is the Chariot it represents the soul extended in action. The moon is the soul. Very interesting. So you have to like be guided by your soul at this time. Like you have to trust. You can say your intuition, but yeah, it's like you have to trust your gut instincts and your intuition. But it's like you have to like move in the direction of like your soul's growth and evolution here. If that makes sense, Libra. Clarify you know what, I'm gonna take it. You pulled the World card, it fell out here. Clarifying the Temperance. It's very interesting because the World card is the archetype of Saturn. So, you know, Saturn does deal with time. It's like you reap what you sow with Saturn. And so with the Temperance here, this is like you're reaping what you've been sowing, but it's taking time for it to complete, right? The world card, to accomplish or to come all together. You're also closing up, I would say, some type of cycle here in your life or chapter. And so the Temperance is the last part with the World card of integration of the experiences, of the wisdom, and taking that wisdom with you as you enter into this new experience. Because with this Four Swords being in your current energy, it's like you're sort of resting right now until this new chapter, this new cycle, or this new sort of direction begins here. Clarify the Four Swords. You pulled the Moon card, yeah. Literally the Moon and the Four Swords, like literally reminds me of like taking a nap. Like, but it's like when you're you don't know what it's all going to look like, right? And so it's just like you have to yield to it. Clarify and also too, you could be waiting on something here as well. Whether you're waiting for something externally or whether you're just in a waiting period until something begins. And so you could be like reflecting a lot. Clarify the Six of Pentacles. You pulled the King of Cups here. Clarify the Moon as your advice. You pull the Four of Wands here. I would, I think your challenge at this time, you could be trying to find someone to help you here. King of Cups, Six of Pentacles, I'm gonna keep it real. Like maybe you're looking for someone here that can help support you and aid you here on your journey, and that's what it is that you're sort of looking for at this time. I do feel like you'll find it here for sure. I think one thing too that I'm getting with your advice at this time is that the Four of Wands, the Moon card says like what feels right to you, like what's exciting for you, even if it scares you. Like for instance, it could be like moving, or it could be starting a new career, or it could be launching a new project, or it could be anything, but it takes you outside of the familiar, it takes you outside of your comfort zone. So where naturally you're going to like doubt and worry, but with the Four of Wands as the advice is saying like, if this is exciting and this is something you're passionate about, be excited about it. Right? Because the Moon card is the mind, right? The Moon is the mind. Like Mercury's not the mind. Mercury is the intellect. The Moon is the mind, right? And so sometimes like our mind, and you can I guess you can throw Mercury in the mix here, but it's like sometimes our mind can focus on negative things, and then it creates a feeling, right? The Moon of doubt, worry, anxiety, but it's like it's all based upon like what our perception and what our focus is. What we choose to focus on. We can focus on things that make us feel bad, or we can focus on things that make us feel good. Either way, it's like you're focusing either way. That's something that I learned. Like we're always focusing, even when you think you're not focusing. Whether you're focused on something negative or positive, like your mind is always focusing on something. So like for you, I think your advice is like to focus on like the Moon and the Four of Wands would be like focusing on the anticipation of good things happening for you. Does that make sense? Clarify the Knight of Pentacles in the future. You pull the Six of Swords. Yeah, you're moving out of turbulence here as well, moving into more calmer waters in your life. Like if you've been going through like a rough patch in your life or just difficulty in your life, slowly but surely with this Knight of Pentacles, things are getting back on track and things are starting to progress and get better here. Clarify the Knight of Swords and the outcome. You pulled the High Priestess here. Yeah, something here that give me one more on this. You pulled the Wheel of Fortune here. I think there's something coming towards you by the end of the week. It's like some type of clarity or communication information here. Or this could be you, like the timing of something feels right, and so you're making a decision on something with this High Priestess Wheel of Fortune because it feels right. But I also want to say something that you're waiting on or trying to find at this time in regards to what can help you with your situation. It feels to me it's like by the end of the week, like something happens here. Clarify the Chariot. Let's see, you pulled the Four Swords. Yeah. You know, sometimes the Four Swords, like it's good to contemplate, have solitude, reflect, but at some point we got to make a decision. And I think here with the Chariot, it's like saying, whenever you feel the time is right, the Moon card, Four Wands is the advice. When you feel like it's time to create or define the way forward here for yourself, the Chariot says like take full control of your destiny here. So I hope this helped, Libra. I believe you're reading here. With this card that says nothing is yet set in stone, you know, don't allow your mind to play tricks on you. You know, try to focus on the positive side of things. Try to have faith in your process. Look forward to the future with anticipation. Because things are going to get better here for you. And I think, like, things may feel like they're slowing down or things may feel slow. But it's like, it's for these things here to come to you, if that makes sense. It's like when planets go retrograde, it's like sometimes it's like, okay, we pushed this hard. Now it's time to relax and let whatever it is that we've sowed to be reaped, if that makes sense. So that's what I got for you, Libra. I'm gonna leave your reading here. I appreciate you. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. If you click that link, it'll take you straight to my website. You'll be able to purchase a read, and you'll also see that the reads are on sale as well. So I appreciate you, Libra. I'm wishing you the best, and I will see you later.